Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday the 17th of March and I'm here today with Professor David Green, Vice-Chancellor and Chief Executive of the University, talking about the latest updates on coronavirus and what last night's government update means for us. So we've had a number of questions from students who are anxious about completing their course. Could you tell me a bit more about this?
Yes. Well, Lauren, as you know, the university is currently open as normal with face-to-face teaching, and we're following the government official guidance in just sort of functioning normally. But we are, of course, preparing for the possibility that in the relatively near future, the university may be asked to switch to online teaching and assessment for possibly a considerable period of time. And so, first of all, we're making those detailed preparations, course by course, if I can put it that way. And I'd like to thank all of my academic colleagues who've been so excellent in working away to do this in a sort of methodical and specific way. I know that some students will naturally be concerned because they've got practical placements to do. And so for those who are, for example, in education, we've already had some detailed discussion with the Department for Education that those who are doing teaching practices, if schools are closed, then they'll still be able to get their postgraduate certificate in education or their bachelor's in education, providing they've got all of the other appropriate professional qualifications, etc. And there'll be detail about that. And similarly, we're working with the Department for Health as our universities across the country, particularly at the moment with our third-year students in such disciplines as occupational therapy and physiotherapy and nursing, of course, and midwifery, to see if we can't advance the date of qualification for our third-year students so that they can join the ranks of the National Health Service. Because we are, of course, in a situation where we could do with more health workers with qualifications, and that's done in a reasonable way. And then if there's something which needs to be made up later in terms of some particular aspect of theoretical medical stroke health knowledge, we will tackle that in conjunction with our NHS partners, whom of course we're working with extremely closely. Other practical placements in such areas as sports therapy, for instance, or in the art courses where there are practical things to be done, that's just being dealt with on a course-by-course, detail-by-detail basis. And what I think I can assure you is that the university is going to do our absolute best to make sure that every student can earn their qualification, can submit an appropriate assignment. It may be a little bit different from what was originally envisaged, but which will be equivalent, which will meet the various tests that we have got, so that everybody who qualifies from the university will have earned their qualification, and it will be a qualification which will be respected in the years to come. Because we are very conscious of our responsibilities, that society is going to go on after this epidemic. Everything that we know about it is that the vast majority of people will only experience, if they do experience an illness, it will be a mild one. We're all concerned at the moment to work with the government and all the responsible health authorities to minimize its impact on individuals in the community, and then to develop positively as a society. And we know that our graduates play a wonderful role in society generally, and that people have the highest regard for University of Worcester qualifications, and we're going to make sure that that continues, but that we address each specific assignment and assessment as it goes. So please just take up the questions in the normal way with your course leader, and we'll be happy to ensure that the answers that come back are ones which are reasonable and proportionate in the unique situation in which we and all other universities currently face.